Hello, Mr. Jérmי.
Good morning.
Good morning. I was just saying now that I've met you a lot of times in various events. Maybe in the World Youth Forum once, and then another time in an event with another ministry, and here. What's going on?
Well, UNICEF is the agency that takes accountability within the UN system for child rights. So every time children are part of the discussion, we are part of the discussion, and we're there to support the government in its obligations to fulfill child rights.
Yes, and what is the discussion that you want to be a part of today?
Today, I think the exciting thing about today is that Egypt is really trailblazing. It's really leading the way in bringing digital technology to education. The digital transformation that we have witnessed in Egypt, whilst we're still on its path, is really quite very progressive, I should say. And there's a lot to learn from other countries, a lot to learn by other countries around the world from what Egypt is doing. So I've come here today to listen. I was very pleased to see the presentation that we got from the Deputy Minister, Dr.
and
of course Dr. Reda's presentation. But I was also interested in Wombadrःشباب.
Yeah, and now you're in it.
Now I'm in it.
Yeah.
I think it's a good example, a very good example of how we can develop age-appropriate technology to further learning. And learning is our ultimate objective. We want children to be able to learn. And it is in 2023, this is part of the learning package. So really pleased to be here today.
Yes. You've been in Egypt for so long that you should be an Egyptian citizen by now, I know.
Inshallah.
Yeah. And maybe you can see the difference between now and maybe 10, 20 years ago or something. You see the what's going on, how things are turning. How do you see the children now in Egypt? Their status, how they live, how they're educated, children in the school age, how do you see them now?
Well, I have to say that if you're talking over the decades, certainly Egypt's indicators by which we measure education and children's learning are improving. And that's it's been great.
It's a fact.
It's a fact. It's great. Yes, great work from the Egyptian government over the years. Now, we know that there was learning loss that occurred during the Corona period. Whilst I must say Egypt was well ahead of many other countries in ensuring that digital learning was an option for children during the lockdown
and
periods.
Other countries here, we mean even the European and most developed countries.
Yes. For us, we're present in 190 countries, and I'm talking about global experience, including rich countries. So Egypt was, had, because of its investments in digital education, they were very quick and well able and agile in promoting digital learning during the lockdown. Now, I think that the challenges are in the details. So, we need to now make sure that we can measure the improvement in learning outcomes that relate to this digital transformation that's happening. We know the building blocks are in place. We've seen them today. This conference we're at today is about the building blocks that have been put in place by the government, by the partners. And I have to emphasize the partners. The private sector is absolutely crucial for this to be a success. Egypt is a middle-income country. We need additional resources in education to be able to translate the excellent investments in digital learning into learning outcomes for children.
We have seen you a lot. UNICEF is everywhere, like I said in interview, in the beginning of the interview. And we have seen a lot of initiatives that you made, and they were all good ones. Maybe the last one I can remember, and I've seen it, and I've attended a workshop. It was in the World Youth Forum. It is شباب البلد. It had a lot of شباب, youth that they're entrepreneurs, and they have maybe small businesses, small projects, and you have encouraged them to keep on doing their business. Where did this initiative go? What are the new ones? How would I contact UNICEF if I have an idea, or if I want to be a participant in one of your initiatives?
Well, Shabab Balad is an excellent initiative, and thank you for raising that. So Shabab Balad is part of a global movement called Generation Unlimited. And here in this country, it is actually, if you like, co-chaired by the Minister of International Cooperation and the United Nations system. And UNICEF, along with some other agencies, ILO, UNDP, UNFPA, and several others are part of this initiative. Where is it? It's still moving. I mean, we recognize that in this country, young people need the employability skills to get them their first job. So where is UNICEF? We want to accompany children as they transition into adulthood until the point they get their first job. But there's lots of other actors who have to be engaged. And again, I have to emphasize the private sector. In Shabab Balad, what's unique about Shabab Balad is it brings together the private sector with the government and the UN and development partners, all of us together. We have charted out a vision for Shabab Balad, which is to bring learning, skilling, and employability to 13 million young people. That process starts in childhood and then crosses over into early adulthood, let's say. And that's why there's so many different actors engaged. I would encourage young people, you know, the tools are there, but you have to take them and use them. The education system, what we've been discussing today, has a number of tools that promote and encourage entrepreneurship. We heard from Dr. Dahed on that. And then there are a host of initiatives that foster innovation. There's innovation labs supported by the Ministry of Youth and Sports, for example. There are business fora that are promoted by the private sector. Every young person is going to find his or her journey through this.
And how would they be able to find this journey or the initiative that really resonates with what he wants?
It's going to depend on precisely what he or she wants. We are launching the Shabab Balad website, and that will be a means for young people to tap into what is available. And the other exciting piece of that same conversation is the Generation Unlimited Academy, which is going to promote online learning that is certified by different partners. Let's say it could be Microsoft certified, or Google certified, or UNICEF certified, or whoever wants to put their training there. That will be a means of bringing these skills to young people. The links to the job market is complex, but there are a lot of initiatives ongoing from different actors. Of course, the ministries in the Egyptian government are key players here, but again, so is the private sector. Our challenge is to bring it all together so that a young person, to answer your question, can go to one place and then find all the answers to his or her questions. The precise path for every young person is for him or her to decide.
Yes, of course. And if I want to go to one place and see what are the initiatives that UNICEF is offering for us, is it your platform or your website? Is it easy to see all the initiatives so that I can pick whatever is suitable for me?
What I would say is stay tuned, because the Generation Unlimited Academy is not yet up and running. When it is, that will be the one place that I will say to young people to go. For people who would like to
website.
No, this is going to be broader than UNICEF. For what UNICEF is doing, yes, we have a website. It's there, and I would encourage everybody to look and see what we're doing. We're working in the health sector, the education sector, with social solidarity, justice, a whole host of programs for children. But as a young person trying to chart his journey through the world, hold on for the GENU Academy, and you'll find your answers there.
Are there any initiatives for the moms? Since we are a group of moms.
Yes, right. So, I mean, we have, let's say, a recognition that childhood is integral to parenthood. They're part of the same equation. And we need to recognize the importance of mothers and fathers.
Yes, please. Yes.
I think fathers, in a world, in the vision of the world we want to become, fathers have an equal role, let's say. That doesn't mean they're doing the same things, but they have an equal responsibility to bring up the child as the mother. The closest, if you like, initiative that we have, which is supported the Ministry of Social Solidarity, is what we call positive parenting, which has a whole host of programs to orientate parents on how to be the best parents so that their children can have the best start in life.
Thank you so much for having you today in the show, and I'll see you around. Please have a good day, and please say whatever you want to say in Arabic to the mommies.
So إلى مجموعة الأمهات.
أيوة.
أنا عايز أشكركم عشان شغلكم مهم جدا. كل طفل عنده حق لأم وأب، والشغل اللي بتعمل الأم أهم حاجة في حياة الطفل. وأشكركم عشان ده.
يعني جروب الماميز كله بيشكر حضرتك. Thank you so much.
شوف الحلقة كاملة من خلال تطبيق مدرستنا بلس. مدرستنا، مستقبل يبدأ الآن.